Hey guys, it's Hannah Pride. I work here in the UAE helping you build portfolios and double your money. I'm going to be building this YouTube channel to break down investments from top to bottom, outlining where the appreciation is coming from, breaking down the maths to make it simple so you understand what you're actually investing in. So come here and follow along. This is one of the largest layouts in my favourite community at the moment, Mirage, Emaar Oasis Phase 2. The Emaar Oasis at a glance, maybe you've heard about it, maybe you've not, but it's a 100 million square foot development by the master developer of Dubai, Emaar. It's only going to have 3,500 luxury residents. And if you put that into comparable, Dubai Hills has 27,000 families that live in it, and they're of the similar size. It's going to be 25% green and lagoons all around the full community. If you've seen my previous videos, I've already reviewed Palmyra. Palmyra 1 was phase 1, and then the next launch was Mirage. These were their first mansions launched in this master community. And then we had Palmyra 2, Palmyra 3, La Vita, which are even grander than the Mirage, and now Maeve, Palace, Address, and Palmyra 4. So you can see out of this 3,500, we're sitting at around 1,900 units so far launched. So we're getting on there. Now, the Mirage, the reason it is my favorite cluster and layout out of the whole Emar Oasis is because the lagoon goes all the way through it. There's not many villas that don't have a lagoon view. Whereas if you look at some of the other clusters in the Oasis, a lot of them are on green belts, parks, or back-to-back facing. You have two styles of 6 beds within the Mirage. On the dark blue side over here, these come with a rooftop terrace. The light blue ones on the right-hand side have no terrace, but both come with a basement, first floor, second floor. Now, you also have your 5 beds. The drops have no terrace, but all the majority of the white ones come with that rooftop terrace and the basement. Keeping it simple, as I have said, Emaar have only stuck to these 3 styles throughout the whole of Oasis. The difference is the sizes of each villa, but from an outset, the external areas look very, very similar. The classic is 10,336,000 square feet. You can really see how monstrous these villas are going to be. Then you have the contemporary. Now, as you will see here, there's only 1 style of classics. However, there's then 2 styles of contemporary and 2 styles of chamfered. The main difference with these 2 styles is one comes with a terrace and one does not come with a terrace. The difference between the largest and the smallest is 940 square feet. If you put that into comparable, that could be the equivalent of 2 studios or 1 large 1-bed in Dubai. That really shows how big the difference is in actual fact. Now, the classic 5-bed, spread over 4 floors. You have the basement, which you can see it can be converted into, you have the stairs down the side, but it can be converted into a games room, club, cinema room. You can put your walls into dividing on however you want, but it's very much an open space for your own family use. You then have your first floor where again you have that hidden kitchen, laundrama, which is imperative. I think this is something Emar's really realised that people want. They want the show kitchen and the back kitchen to really have that family, open family lifestyle, but hide the mess through the back. You then have this glass area which will view down towards the basement to really bring light into the property. Now, you have 1 ground floor bedroom and a shaft for a lift. Maybe not something I've mentioned before. In every Oasis villa, there will be a lift shaft in it, which is great. Second floor, we've got 4 bedrooms. Your master bedroom is the full right side of the property. This is going to be fully spacious, grand, with that gorgeous walk-in wardrobe with the vanity closet in the middle. Then on your roof terrace, people will be able to take advantage of looking over the lagoon and enjoying that sunrise and sunset that they're going to be able to see. The contemporary floor plan, it's the smallest and the most compact out of the 5. The main difference between these 2 flats is on the first floor, the balcony space. So on the flat, you can see the balcony is only 3/4 of the way throughout that first floor. It doesn't quite reach the master. However, on the drop, the ground floor balcony goes all the way across that second floor, reaching all the way to the master bedroom. And on the flat as well, you're going to see these side stairs which reach down to the basement, which you don't obviously have in the drop. It's a different stair segment which is round over here. But as I said, it's very small changes. Not everyone would notice them if you were just looking at these floor plans at a glance. And that's why it's always imperative to really analyze to see what's best for your family and how the flow of the light and the energy really looks. The chamfered. Now again, there's two chamfered styles within the Mirage floor plan. This is the largest style, which hasn't been seen in the previous Palmyra launches. There is more balcony space in this one, and also the ground floor comes out a little bit further compared to the classical and the contemporary. But again, you can kind of see that all these properties really flow the same way. They both all have a ground floor bedroom, they all have a lift, and they all have a hidden kitchen. However, on this chamfered, it's just on the left side rather than the right side. I know I said previously this one was the largest, but it's not. It's their sister, the chamfered drop, which is the largest. The additional space you can see is mainly set on the ground floor in the terrace area. The kitchen has been brought right the way out, and you can see there's a larger backdrop than what has been seen in the previous ones. Upstairs, very, very similar, and downstairs with the ground floor bedroom. However, the glass area looking over to the basement that's really going to add that light into your property is based on the right side rather than the left side. The basement itself, or the ground floor, has really been much wider. As you can see, there's a 7 and 8 person seating area at the bottom floor. This is going to be the largest bedroom, the largest basement, sorry. But you can see this square footage size, 11,630, is similar sizes to your Elysian mansions in Tel Al Gaf, which are situated just off the lagoon. There really isn't many properties in Dubai which are competing at this size. Then you have your 6 beds. We've got 4 styles of 6 beds, but again, very similar. One's with a terrace, one's without a terrace, but they're both situated on the left and right side. What's also really nice is you're still picking up some fantastic price 6 bedroom villas in the Mirage, which are closer to OP. The OP of these villas were around 22 million. And in the most recent launch, Maeve, 6 beds started at 28 million. So you can see this is a clear example that if you are an early investor into any Emaar project, you are going to see great appreciation. The reason we've not yet seen drastic returns on Mirage, even though it is the second phase, is because it's still a 2028 handover, which is 2 years. However, I do think in the next year, especially with these 6 beds, because they are so unique, we're going to start to see huge jumps. And what I did notice from a lot of my clients is when this new space came out at 28 million, they took their properties off the market because they can see that Emaar now are controlling the market and really revving up the prices with these newer launches. The drop. The main difference with the drop is we have no terrace. However, you can see this size of basement is very similar to the chamfered 5 bed with the basement. On the 6 bed, what you're not seeing is a lot more space wasted onto that glass space looking down to the basement. It's a lot more narrow on the 6 bed, giving you a lot more space on that ground floor, which is opening up your kitchen and dining. And again, on that first floor, you've got your 3 bedrooms, with the master bedroom being rather in like a square shape on the corner, so it'll only be facing towards the lagoon. It will not face the front of the property, which I would say is nicer, but again, massive spaces. The chamfered, which is nearly 13,000 square foot. You can really see how big they're really ramping them up. Very similar to the drop, however, the main difference is this roof terrace. And you're also going to see that the balcony, the basement in this is a little bit, I would say, it's a lot larger because you have this additional extra at the side. You'll also see there's more balcony space compared to the drop. The contemporary 6 bed is the smallest size. It's only 11,298. The main difference is, again, there's no terrace. However, you can see the basement is that little bit more compact. Upstairs, very similar. However, what you're seeing is the main difference is the kitchen is then situated on the right side. What they've done here is they've made a really nice large outdoor area on that terrace. I personally think I would prefer the terrace because I think your sunsets and sunrises looking across the lagoon is really going to give you that USP when it comes to the resale if you are an investor. This basement has been made a lot more compact as it's rectangular, and again the kitchen, what's nice here is it's got a little bit of an edge which is going to bring more sunlight into your property. But as a whole, I think all of the Mirage layouts are really well thought out. They're large open spaces which can also be really great renovations in the future if you wanted to put your own twist. They don't look like there's many constructional walls through the main areas like on the ground floor, which would make it hard to put your own touch on it. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and drop me a message to have your personalized consultation taking you through investing in Dubai.